Hello, everybody. Just a quick note I wanted to bring to everybody's attention that Paramount has launched a bid to acquire Warner Brothers, and it looks like things aren't over yet. So I just wanted to mention this that I didn't mention in the video. Yeah, but anyway, without further ado, enjoy the video. Let's get into it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a fantastic day whenever you're watching this. Guys, listen, I want to thank you so much for your support on the YouTube channel, the TikTok page, everything, man. We're almost on 100 subscribers, and I want to get that goal before the end of the year. That would be amazing if we could do that. So if you'd like to consider subscribing, if you'd like to consider supporting the work we do over here, you guys can go check out the subscribe button over here on YouTube. And then if you're watching this on TikTok, go follow the page. And leave a comment also what you think about today's video. And in today's video, actually, we are talking about Netflix and Warner Brothers, two big studios, in the film industry, of course. Series. Well, actually, Netflix is more in the streaming series, but they do make films, so I guess it's the same. But mainly, we're going to be talking about today is the acquisition that's busy going on right now. That Netflix wants to buy or is buying, is they in the process of buying Warner Brothers Studios. And I'm going to read a small piece from the article from the BBC. Like I always say with these videos, if you want, you guys can go check out the link article down in the description below. You guys can go check that, and always go check and do your own research. Go check out the articles, watch other people's videos, get as much knowledge as you can, and form your own opinion on this and everything that's going on. But I'm just gonna read a few paragraphs on this story, and then I'm going to basically give my thoughts overall at the end of the video. So let's get into it. Let's start the reading segment, and then let's get into it. So the heading reads, Netflix to buy Warner Brothers film and streaming businesses for $72 billion. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that Warner Brothers was actually was worth this much. I mean, Warner Brothers is a big studio, but still, 72 billion is insane. So let's get into the paragraphs here down below. It says, Netflix has agreed to buy the film and streaming businesses of Warner Brothers Discovery for $72 billion in a major Hollywood deal. The streaming giant emerged as a successful bidder for Warner Brothers ahead of rivals Comcast and Paramount Skydance after a drawn-out battle. Warner Brothers owns franchises including Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, and the streaming service HBO Max. So you see, they're also buying those franchises, and they're buying those services. You see, it's the streaming service HBO Max, where all like the DC and Warner Brothers' own film properties is on. They're over there. So does that mean they're going to be on Netflix? Is like HBO Max closing? I don't know. I guess we'll see. It says continuously here, the takeover is set to create a new giant in the entertainment industry, but the deal will still have to be approved by competition authorities. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this deal that's going down, it is in the process of being completed, but it hasn't been completed. It's not done and dusted yet. There's still a lot of things going on behind the scenes, especially when a purchase like this happens, like 72 billion. There's so many things to consider about like what's going on. So they have to first check out everything, and then the sale will be officially completed. It follows on here saying, some in the film industry, including the Writers Guild of America, have criticized the deal, saying it would negatively impact workers and consumers. Netflix co-chief executive Ted Sanderos said the streamer was highly confident that it would receive the regulatory approval it needs, and it was running full speed towards this. So I'm going to end it there. If you want to go check the full article, guys, will be in the bottom. It will be in the link in the description. So listen, my thoughts on this basically, and about this acquisition that's in process. People are asking mainly, when you think of Warner Brothers, you think of DC. Now I was thinking of the DC films. What is going on there? Because recently they just had a restructural management thing that was going on there, where they put James Gunn in charge. And now with Netflix, if they take over the helm here, what's going on with all the DC products, And then obviously, like we spoke about other franchises, so like Harry Potter and Game of Thrones, are they going to be making more spin-offs, Are they going to be making more films and series and stuff like that using these IPs? I think that's a very interesting conversation to have. And then even if we take those aspects away and we just talk about Hollywood, and we talk about film, and we talk about cinema, like, is this good, or is this a pro, for cinemas and things like that, for another streaming service to be buying something this big, this large of a purchase, Because many people will say that in the Hollywood and cinema industry, things have been on the decline, ever since the lockdown happened, ever since the pandemic and everything like that. Cinemas, I don't think, have had quite the jump up back to the way where it was. And even then, prior to that, I think that cinemas has been phasing out ever since streaming has been, on the rise and everything like that, because streaming so much more affordable. Like I've spoken about this previously on how cinemas are so expensive, why people don't want to go out, to go watch an affordable movie. It's not even affordable really, because you can go and sit at home and stream whatever you want, and you can even wait. Like Superman, I think released, I think in June, July, and you just had to wait a few months for it to be on streaming service, like on HBO Max, for example, and then you could go watch it at home, and you don't have to take the risk of, is it going to be a good movie, is it not going to be a good movie, and then like waste your money, and then you also have to buy snacks and everything like that. But the whole cinema infrastructure is completely changing, and especially with a big company like Netflix trying to take over. Like if they can buy Marvel, I mean, they want to buy Warner Brothers Studios right now, and I don't know what all IPs and what all the streaming things includes this huge $72 billion purchase, If, for example, in a hypothetical, they decide, okay, let's try and acquire Marvel as well. Do you think, I don't know personally, but do you think like that Disney would sell the Marvel like licensing and things like that? I don't know if like they're in as a similar boat as Warner Brothers, because the thing is with Warner Brothers, like there's been a lot of financial things going on in the background. Another thing that's been going on that people are talking about as well is the gaming side of things. Warner Brothers has a lot of gaming IPs, namely Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 1 recently released. Apparently it didn't do so well, and that's another thing that Warner Brothers is looking at, How many things can they keep and take a hold of until they start having to let go, needing to start selling off some of their brands and their franchise and things like that. But yeah, this is a very interesting time, I think, for media, for film, for Hollywood, for cinemas, for streaming, everything like that. This is a big purchase, like I said. I think this is a game-changing purchase, and just shows, how streaming is taking over. This is a very, this is unbelievable in my opinion. I never saw it coming. I don't know if anyone else saw it coming, but I knew that Warner Brothers was like looking to maybe sell off stuff, but like it's insane. But listen, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Comment down below on your thoughts personally. What have you read online that you'd like to let me know about, and everything like that. Let me know what else you guys think is going to happen in the future, considering this, like, purchase by Netflix. Are they going to start pumping out, like, DC products and DC films and series like crazy, like out the wazoo? Are they going to be charging more for the subscription to Netflix? Are they going to make a new subdivision like Netflix WB, or not Netflix WB, but like Netflix DC and stuff like that, and start like making their own products like that? But yeah, comment down below what you guys think. Take care, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.